10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my lovely people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Section 107 Fair Use allows us to talk about it, and that's what we're here to do. Please do not go out of your way to dislike anybody we talk about in this video. It is for entertainment and reaction purposes only. It's my opinion and my opinion only. Baby, I know y'all are so relieved that this whole eviction mess is over with Peach. It's been so drawn out. It's had the YouTube streets on fire. It's had TikTok, Instagram. It's had people going up, down, side to side. It's causing issues. It is just become this big movement, and I am personally happy that it is finally over. Okay, so let's talk about it. Yesterday, the in-person hearing, and I know y'all been saying private hearing, but I meant private to us. You know, it was in person. Anybody could have went or whatever, but it happened yesterday. And they have allowed Peach to stay until March 31st. Now, I know a lot of people was like, what? They letting her stay to March 31st. What's going on? What happened? Well, let's talk about it for a minute, okay? Number one, she went there and she made a deal before she even really went in front of the judge. She went up there. She wanted to talk to the attorneys. She sat down. They came up with some kind of agreement. They decided that, yes, we do want our money. We want the $11,000 that is in the tank that you've been paying. Now, the $11,000 that she was paying would have, strung her out all the way to March 1st, right? Because she's already got it in the tank. They just gave her an extra 30 days on top of what she's already paid, as long as she paid the attorney fees and the month of March rent. So that's what she got. Now, let's just take a step back for a second. There are some things we need to discuss. Number one, everyone acts as though it is reactors or content creators' fault that Peach McIntyre was even in eviction court. That is so false. A woman with 9 kids and a woman with a husband should have made sure that her children, not ours, not the people that talk about it, her children were taken care of and had a roof over their head. That is not the responsibility of anyone else. That's number one. Number two, all of these storylines that she came up with, she's had do y'all remember that this was filed way back in December? She didn't pay her rent way back in November. She didn't pay it. And in December, they started filing for eviction. She was late. I mean, this has been very drawn out. In between that time to now, we are in a new year. She could have packed up. She could have moved. She could have been sat down and talked to someone. She could have done so many things. She's had so many checks coming. I mean, what a hot ass mess that she put herself, her family, and her children in. That's nobody's fault but hers. And that's just the end of that. Okay. Now, she's got into the court. They've given her 30 days. I'm going to personally say, yippee. They've given her some time to go out and find another place that is suitable for her and her children. Now, you guys have to keep in mind, right? This is not her first eviction. This is not her second eviction. This is not her third, fourth, fifth. This is her 11th eviction. At your grown age in your upper 30s, all these evictions, like, you don't get it yet if you don't pay your rent, you got to go. You don't get that if you go into this community and you cause a ruckus and everybody's riding their bikes up and down the road and doing all this stuff that people are going to want you to go. Do you not at your grown age know that dancing up there by the pool, dancing in the community room, going live from the community room, doing all of this mess, they're going to want you to go? Do you not realize that you had enough nerve, Peach, to come out here and to tell everyone, me, my husband, we done moved. Yeah, we got evicted from our house, but we done moved over here to Sarasota in this wonderful community. We are living good. Then it's found out that you living in a 3-bedroom apartment. So now all the videos that Peach herself posted showing that her husband and her 9 children live in a 3-bedroom apartment, you don't think that that's going to make them want you to go even more? Like, everything she's done up to this point is almost like she was putting her own self out. They wouldn't have probably been able to do much if you paid your rent. But as soon as you slipped up and didn't pay that 1 month, you thought in your head, Peach, I've done this before. I'll go pay at the court. They'll get their money and they'll let me stay. You were so embarrassed when that Zoom court came and that attorney was saying, No, we really don't want to deal with her. We really don't want to mess with her. She's trying to prolong this. You knew that they wanted you to go. You thought that having shirts of your baby during Zoom court and having all your kids around was going to make them feel sorry for you. Once you seen the demeanor that they had and what they was on, then guess what? You knew you had to go. So your best bet was to walk in there like you had some sense, make a deal, and then be happy with it. There's no other way that this could have been a better outcome for her. Now you have a little over 30 days to get your stuff, get out, try and fix that apartment up, because we know that there's just a hot heap of mess going on. Stains, Wood gonna be over there cleaning carpet, wiping walls. They know that they want you gone. They know that they don't want you there anymore. Also, really, really quick, she made a statement that the 40 women on the Zoom call, that there was one or two people in there that would not turn their camera on, but was commenting saying that they were neighbors and that they had witnessed this and witnessed that. But she said that they were liars. How do you not know that maybe people in your community really are making complaints and did show up to Zoom hoping that you would not be there anymore? One thing that they're not going to do for sure is show their face, because they have to live next to you. They know you are a loose cannon. They know that you record people. They've seen your videos at the last house she lived in when she was getting evicted. She started filming her neighbor, or, the one that was reporting her to the HOA. She started filming their address and putting that online in the front of their house and causing drama. Maybe your neighbors do not want you there, but they don't have enough courage to say it or show up and show their face, because they don't want to be on the internet and they don't want to deal with all the ghetto monstrosity that comes from behind. Now that's hint, right? And that's hint to why she walked in to make the deal. She did not, want to lose and be evicted immediately within 14 days and then have to face the internet. That would be embarrassment. She didn't want the transcripts to come out or the recordings of an attorney saying, hey, these people don't want you there. The community, the leasing office. Peaches said herself that when she went to Zoom court, that the actual, complex manager, the office person, that they showed up to court. She said they didn't have to be there. There was no need. They hired an attorney. I don't know why they were there. Well, I can just about guess why they were there. They were going to say what the community was speaking and saying about the, police calls, the CPS coming there, the kids, the noise, the arguments, just everything, the disaster of what you've done to their community. And everyone wants to say, oh, this is black women against black women. No, that is not black women against black women. These are people, right, that are paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to be in a place where they want to be at peace. They want to have quiet. They have entertainment right out their front door. They are able to just be a relaxed state. They want to just be like a forever home, and they're paying for that. And when you see something that Peach is doing, like we see on camera, we know that they do not have peace. So yes, I would be upset if I was her neighbor. And another thing people need to realize and think about, would you want Peach to be your neighbor? Like all these people who are supporting her saying, oh, everybody's wishing for her to be evicted. Nobody wants anybody's kids to be homeless or to be on the street. Let's just say that. But would you honestly, if you sit and think, want Peach to be your neighbor? I can't believe that anyone would say yes unless they got some kind of mental disorder. There's no way I would want to hear all that arguing. I would not want to see her filming every single day and being out in the public with all these kids being so noisy and so rowdy. Her and Wood. Oh no, absolutely not. No one can honestly say they would want to be Peach's neighbor. And so that's what the attorney did. She didn't want to be embarrassed, so she asked them, please just make a deal with me. I don't mind paying. I'll be out. Keep in mind that her lease was not up until July, I believe. So she's still getting a termination of a lease. It's not really, an eviction if they came up with this agreement. So according to her, it won't be as an eviction on her credit report or anything like that. So, hey, in her mind, it was a win, right? Oh, I get to stay 30 more days, so it's a win. But really, morally, it's a loss. Emotionally, a loss. For your children, it's a loss. For everything in your household, is still a loss. Are people not realizing that just because she got 30 days, and this is the peach patch, and they're saying congratulations, that in 30 days, these children are still going to have to change schools again? Do they not realize that? And 30 days, if they made a friend in class, because they sure don't have any in the neighborhood or anyone that's, around all the time, these children are going to have to change. Do you not realize choice? who is autistic and does not like change and gets stimulated, he's going to have to now move to another area, another school, and still go through that. Like, I'm not understanding where these supporters are coming from with the things that they say. Do you not realize that Gorgeous just had her first dance at school? She goes to school with her best friend slash her cousin. Now she's going to be uprooted and moved again. These children do not have a sense of security and they do not have a sense of community. It is not always about Peach. Has anyone sat down and thought about the kids instead of getting out here saying that, oh, y'all want them to be on the street? Peach make enough money that her kids will never be on the street. So that's not what anyone wants to see. She has enough money that she could have been bought a house. She been could have secured land and she could have done a lot more than what she did. We didn't fail her children. She did. She knew she was the breadwinner, so she failed her children. Also, while he's sitting over there, their daddy failed their children, right? He didn't make sure that he was doing something to make money. Hey, he doesn't even got to leave his house. If he's over there taking care of them all day, he didn't even have enough nuts or galls to drop a video, right? To make a few extra $1,000s a month to bring in to secure that he could have a backbone or have a backup plan for his children. They would Peach, mama, daddy, they failed their children. When we thought that Peach was lying about having twins because she lied about everything else, she knew what was in her belly. So the fact that she wasn't prepared for her children to come home from the hospital, that's a failure on her and the man she laid with. That has nothing to do with us reporting on her failures or what's going on, because she gave us the tools, the ammo, and the opportunity to do it because she told us about it. So now court is over. All right, let's talk about what she said now that court is over. Well, like I said, like the dumb diddly doodop that she is, she thinks that she has won and she feels great about it. She got 30 days, so she has time to, make more money off of YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and these classes she's going to sell. She doesn't realize that an eviction and being kicked out of your house is still a failure, okay? And she's telling us that she has time to go out and she's going to purchase land. She's a rich bitch right now, right? Yeah, she's so rich. I'm a rich bitch right now. I'm making all this money back to back. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I'm about to buy me a land, a trailer, a house, a horse, a dog, a cat, some donkeys. Well, I hope you buy a car that can fit all these kids in it before you even think about doing anything else. Because, honey, the homes that you buy sure ain't fitting them all in. So at least be able to travel to whatever home it is in a comfortable position. So yeah, that's her plan. That's what she's telling us right now. I'm going to say this. Somebody cue the violin. Din, 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 din. We've heard this about 75,000 times, right? Like I said, she has 11 evictions. So this is not the very first time that we've heard every time she's up for eviction. I'm going to go buy me a land and a horse and a donkey and a cat and a cow and a camel and a this and a that. And it never happens. We even seen her get out here and tell people, if you're worried about my house and you want me to put a down payment on the house, cash at me. And she raised over $19,000. And she still didn't go put a down payment on a house or land or anything else. So this is my thing. Stop telling your right foot what the left foot gonna do or the right hand what the left hand gonna do. Don't tell us what you plan on doing, because every time you do that and you don't, you set your own self up for failure. If you were so phenomenal and you was the woman that you say you are, Peach, what you would do is just go out and do it. You don't have to sit here and tell people, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. Because then when you end up in a 3-bedroom apartment because you're rushing to put them in something, or Airbnb, or you end up at the casino like you're saying you're going to be, then that just sets you up for I told you so. This is a failure. I mean, you tell your map to the world of what you're going to do, and then you never do it, and then it makes you a joke. So why don't you go out and put your money where your mouth is? Literally, your money where your mouth is. At this point, you told us that you've made over $40,000 off classes. I'm pretty sure that's enough to go secure a plot of land. You can go somewhere right now with that money that you so-called made, the checks that you got, you get paid on Friday from YouTube and everything else. Within the end of this week, you should have about $70,000. So you say, right? You should be able to go and put a big old deposit down, if not buy you a plot of land for that amount of money. Then, okay, you still have 30 days and you still got checks rolling in. You're going to do more classes. You should be able to buy you a double wide trailer. I know one thing, whatever you going to do, I would not be running to Disney World and bragging about buying Disney World passes. I mean, unless you can live at Disney World, I wouldn't continue to go out here and buy clothes instead of washing the clothes that these kids already have. As many kids as Peach has, they should have clothes upon clothes upon clothes. By the time one grow out of them, the next one should be coming into them. But the way that she lets them eat and drag and be all dirty and stain everything up, it's probably not even worth keeping. She's been blowing so much money that in the same Peach fashion, she's going to end up having to rush to get in a place, and she's going to do it, and we're going to sit and probably laugh about it. So, I mean, I hate to say it that way, but that is the truth. But that's a lot to throw at people. So I just want y'all to know that I'm sorry for throwing all this at y'all at once. But I wanted to wait until today, until the dust settled. I mean, everybody was going live yesterday. Everybody was posting videos. Everybody was getting out here because the judgment is in. And they were going just ham. So y'all know how I do it. I always wait and see how the dust settle. I go read the paperwork myself. And, I just want to say, hey, if she's happy with it, we happy with it. But let's see what the next move is, right? That's what we all waiting to see. So I want to thank everyone for watching and being here. I hope y'all have a wonderful hump day. And I will see everybody else in the comments below. Thank you, guys. And I'll call y'all later. Toodles.